Okay, here's a video specifically for Solomon, hoping that it might help a little bit. Just standard pick wire, leg, H levers. Basically, following on from what Bernie was saying, and he's absolutely right. Usually you can put the wire in and you can feel one of these levers actually binding, and it gives you an idea where to start from. With these, even with a whole lot of pressure that you don't normally put on there, you'll still find that most of them will not do anything at all, because you've got to set them a little bit at a time. So literally I'm working through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And although you can't see it, the pick is turning ever so slightly in just small increments, so you know the bolt is sliding back and catching different ones, so you're actually making progress. On ones with very high levers, it might take forever to finally get them all up that tiny millimeter at a time, but it will do it. It'll just seem like a lifetime. Anyway, at the moment it's stopped, so we'll go back. Lever 1, that's tight, that's not going anywhere, that's the wire bending, there's no movement. Number 2 is the same. 3, lock solid. 4, little bit of movement, might even be in the right gate, you can hear a little bit of a tapping. 5. Usually now at this point, I mean, that means that almost certainly one of them is in anti-pick. To find the next lever to move, what I do is there's not much tension on it now, but I let off a little bit, and as I push the wire down, when I come to the next lever that's got to move, usually it will try to force the pick body back the opposite way, so it gives you a reasonable idea which is the next one to go, which was number 2. The bolts come back out a little bit, but that's not a problem. Go back again, try number 1, 2, 3, and just literally just give them a little bit each time. And now it's flicked back again. Number 1's not bad, that's moving, and 2, 3's got movement, 4 is absolutely solid, and 5's got movement. So we know if all of those levers are moving and it's not in place, then obviously pretty simple, it's got to be lever 4. Same again, get under it. Even though you're easing off very slightly, just the same as you do in a pin lock, you're easing off slightly as you lift. Still make sure that you can trap it as soon as possible, because you don't want to drop everything. So easing off, lift, oops, get right under it might help. There. That one's come out of the anti-pick, but I haven't dropped the rest. So now you can go back, start number 1 again, 2, just lifting by increments. And once again, although you can't see it, that bolt is going back just a little bit at a time. One's loose, 2's loose, 3, 4 still tight. It's given a little bit now. 5's okay. Now 1's gone tight, and 2. 1's got a bit of movement. 2's locked solid. 3 sounds like it's set. Start from the back. 5 sounds set. 4, 3, and 1 all One maybe not. It's got a slightly different sound, a bit muted, but it's only number 2 that isn't in place. Same again, let off the tension very, very slightly. Change my hand position, it's just easier. Not putting any more tension on, slightly less if anything. Okay, that's number 2 gone up very slightly, but not a lot of movement, so I'm just going to tickle everything again. Rule of thumb, if everything locks up solid, tickle everything at least twice. Ah, and there we are, gone. I know this particular lock, it's almost always lever number 2 that's the last one. I've done it some strange reason, whether I overpicked something or whatever, and had number 3 be the last lever, but if I was to pick it 15 times, I expect 14 times number 2 would be the last lever. But as you see, it is possible to pick out of the anti-picks that were in it. I'll very quickly open it up. Hopefully you can see that it has got H levers in it. There you go. Like I said, whether that'll have helped you at all, I don't know, mate. But if it does, so much the better. Cheers.